Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sibu Mpanza. We are the Mpanzas. This is Yolanda Mpanza, my beautiful wife, and I am Sibu Mpanza. If you're new here, we have two beautiful kids, an 11-year-old and a 6-year-old who's turning 7. And we, in a manner of speaking, became parents overnight. It's been 3 months of parenting, 3 months of parenting. And we wanted to talk about some of the expectations versus reality that we've had to be checked into over the past 3 months. Overall, I'm not going to lie, it's been a very positive experience. But some things have shocked us, other things not so much. And so that's what we wanted to talk about in this video. Let's get it started. Rigorous. Okay, there we go.
Hey, gang looking rigorous. My champagne, but I'm rigorous. My campaign looking rigorous. Whole team hella rigorous. Lifestyle so rigorous. Hairstyle so rigorous. The top 5 ain't rigorous. If you left out this rigorous. Me and my niggas is rigorous.
So the first thing I want to talk about, which I think I'm feeling today as I just went grocery shopping, is the eating. Oaks.
It's the groceries.
We knew going into it, we really thought about this actually. We even sat down and tried to budget without really knowing last year how much our groceries were going to cost, because we would buy groceries for the two of us. There would even be sometimes money left over, so we would eat out, you know, a young Uber Eats, something like that. Not anymore. I don't even think we know Uber Eats, or if Uber Eats knows us. All we order on Uber Eats is bread because we're too lazy to leave the house. But, wow. I showed Ulolo my bank account before we went grocery shopping. And then I showed her after and she said, yo, that's why you're so stressed all the time. I said, damn right. She literally said that. You were at Food Lovers. And she saw it said 2,000 on the thing. She's like, yo. It said 1928. She said, yo.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So my kids can eat. Thank you, Dad. And I thought to myself, I really need to start taking out cash so that the kids can see the money. Yes, going out of hand. Because this thing of just taking your phone and going, ding, all of a sudden we have food, ding. Anyway, it was really funny to see her reaction. But for real, dude, like...
And especially because we do groceries like weekly.
Yes.
We don't do them like every month. We do them every week.
So yeah, things used to be different when it was just me and you, and now we more than doubled what we buy grocery wise. The one thing I will say, even though I was just complaining about Uber Eats, is that we don't do it as often, and high key, it's actually a good thing. Like the kids keep us from ordering food every night. When it was just me and you, ooh.
Now you have to think, yes, there's 5 people.
We can't order for 5 people, dog. We just can't do it. And so, yeah, I think, yes, as much as it's like a thing of, you know, it would be nice to just, you know, not buy groceries now and just order in. But it's actually really nice to notice that if we order in, we'll order in once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, like a pizza.
A pizza if it's like a Friday night.
Or a bucket of KFC.
Yes, but otherwise, like, we don't be doing that anymore. But yes, it is quite jarring to order for a full family, not order to buy groceries for a full family. Even Ulolo now, when we're at Food Lovers, she's like, yo, that family has 2 trolleys. I said, girl, you know nothing. Okay, you know nothing.
She knows nothing.
And it reminded me that we also used to have 2 trolleys growing up because there were that many kids at home. So our one trolley that was like 3/4 full is nothing compared to some other families. But it really got me like, yo, damn. And it's every 2 weeks.
And kids eat milk.
The milk.
I don't know how many times we buy milk.
The milk, dog.
Milk and bread. Milk, bread, and eggs.
Oh my word. Milk, bread, and eggs. The 2 low, and the thing is, it doesn't cost the same. We used to be able to go to the corner shop, pay 11 rand, and buy a loaf of bread.
You could even buy a loaf.
That's the thing. Why doesn't Food Lovers have a half loaf for me? You know, just to keep us going for the next 3 days, 2 days. But yeah, we're definitely buying more groceries. So we expected it, but I think it shocked me a little bit more than I expected it.
It also has shocked me. We had a big tin of salt. Is it a tin?
Yes, whatever, yeah.
We had it from when we met. Yeah, Pela, literally like a month ago.
Yeah, not even 2 weeks ago.
Yes, and I'm like, damn, yeah, Pela, let's...
Like...
Because we've had it for so long.
But now things are going. I've never bought milk this often in my life.
Same.
We're buying milk
seen.
very often. I-Weet-Bix, iyaphela oko. I-toilet paper.
I
Yolanda.
toilet paper.
Toilet paper, yeah. I've gotten to the point now where I buy 2 18 packs instead of just the one.
Yeah.
Just so I don't have to buy it again. Like
all
think,
the time.
okay, toilet paper, yeah, because it's also one of those things where it can't finish. Toilet paper is not one of those things that finishes and then you go buy it. So
it really
I've just doubled it now.
because I was struggling no toilet. And
Yeah, okay. That's okay. Let's
TMI.
breathe, babe. Let's breathe.
yeah.
Okay, the next thing, speaking about Umashe, the talking. We expected to have more people in this house, and so things weren't going to ever be the same as when it's just her and I. I think that's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
But man, are we waffling. Every single day. And yes, we have an 11-year-old. She talks, but the 6-year-old. Guys, why don't you guys tell us that 6-year-olds talk so much? Why don't you tell us that they have so many questions all the time? And answers. It's not just questions. It's answers too.
And they know everything.
Everything.
You're like, he's the master of everything.
Guys, I feel bad that I did this, but I did it. I Googled, why is my 6-year-old such a know-it-all? I Googled it. And apparently everybody's 6-year-old is. I felt bad as I was writing it, but then, you know when you ask something on Google, there's Quora, that website, Quora. There's like 50 people who've asked the same question. So I didn't feel as bad. And everybody said, no, it's just a stage in their life where they're gaining their independence. They're getting things right. And so they think they know everything because they know some things. And I was just like, damn, when does it stop? And apparently it doesn't for a while, especially when it comes to boys. Who is sending me texts right now?
Yeah. Oh, Mahle knows a lot about a lot.
Everything.
And he's strong.
Every single thing.
He is everything. He's an adult.
Yeah, he really is an adult. So I think that's one thing, guys. I have to talk a lot. And the thing is, like, this is my job, so I talk already. Like, I talk for work. I talk to my wife. I must talk to my kids, but my kids want to talk all the time. They have questions. They have answers. And they also think, which I think is lovely, but they think I'm the smartest guy they've ever come across. And they think I'm a geologist, doctor, I'm a historian, I'm a everything, okay? And so as soon as anything pops into their head that they think there's an answer to, guess what they'll say? Da, yo. And I must try and figure out in which discipline they're going to ask me things about. And sometimes I'll literally just Google on the side. I'll be like, God, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. But yeah, we be talking a lot, babe. Sometimes Yolanda's like, please, dog. It's just... I don't know.
Some days I'm like, you know what? Today I'm not a wife. I'm not a mother. I'm not a sister. I'm nothing.
Yo.
I just want to go sit in bed.
Yo, guys, they will ask a question and they will have the answer. So we're dealing with that also. We're trying to be nice about it because they don't understand it from our side and they won't until they're much older. So we're trying to be understanding also. But boy, do they talk. Let's see, what else? So I had an expectation that we'd be able to be very open with them, especially about fun things. You know, I'm the new guy in the house, and so whenever there's something fun that I have planned, I want to tell them. I want us to all get excited about it. But what I've learned is that you do not tell kids about plans unless the plans are today. You do not make that mistake. You say, listen, next week we're going to Gold Reef City. Big mistake.
Oh, Umahle is going to ask, how many sleeps do we have? And he is going to count those sleeps.
He's going to count every little thing. When are we going? You said we were going. What? And it's not in a rude way.
So
it's
you
not
lied.
You lied. Yeah, basically you lied. You said we're going here, but
We're not.
So what's that about?
You must stop lying.
So yeah, I have definitely learned that kids don't forget. And so as much as I want to be the fun guy, for me, I like knowing about things before so that I can get excited. I can get in the moment. For kids, I don't think it works that way. The fun that you tell them about, they need it today. Maximum 24 hours before. 24 hours
Don't
before.
tell them.
So
Keep
yeah.
it a secret and then surprise them.
Which is difficult for me, like
keeping
quiet and not telling them that, dude, we're about to have a fun time next week it really sucks. But yeah, I guess that's what I learned also.
Same. Ooh, same.
You have to shut your mouth.
If you don't want to be called a liar.
And you will be called a liar, hey? Let's see, what else? Here's a good one. So I thought that I was going to be this wonderful father from, all the internet and all the reading that I've been reading up on and whatever. I'm going to read bedtime stories. I love books. I've got kids now. Kids need to be read bedtime stories before bed.
To be fair, you did it when they were here on holidays.
On holidays,
yes,
when I wasn't working as much in the middle of December.
Yeah.
The problem with that now is
Every day.
every day, guys, I didn't realize this. One, these books are longer than you expect them to be. You're not going to be reading for 5 minutes. These books take a good 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes at 8 p.m. when you woke up at 5:30 to make a sandwich for school. It doesn't work.
It
I promise you, it was one of those things where I was like, every night my kids are going to go to bed with a bedtime story so they can sleep sweetly with a nice Cinderella or a Puss in Boots. Oh, what a fun. Even last night before bed, they were like, can you read us a story? Takopo Puss in Boots. I promise you, bro, 2 pages in, I was like this. It puts me to sleep, guys. And when you're exhausted, it's a struggle. So it definitely is one of those things where it's so much nicer in your head
but
than when you're actually... It's
Yeah,
not practical.
It's really not.
The movies lie to us.
They
It's not
do.
practical at all to read your kids a bedtime story every night.
Every day.
Unless we're reading it before dinner. Maybe we need to start reading stories just after dinner or before dinner.
And I think it's a good thing that we're teaching them how to read for themselves.
Exactly.
So that they can read their own bit.
They can read themselves to sleep. Guys, I'm struggling, bro.
There's no way.
It makes me a little sad because I really I don't know, I really told myself I was going to do this, but I just can't do it, dude. I can't do it. So I'm trying once a week, twice a week. I think on the weekends I'll try it more. But, when it hits 8 o'clock, which is their time to sleep, and now I have to go read them a book in bed, it's tough. But anyway.
Also, just to clear something up, because they're going to ask me, why don't I read?
Ask, guys. Not they're going to ask.
They like it when he reads.
Yeah, they do. They do.
He has these voices also, like you change the character. It's not so much nicer when he reads for them. As
Yeah, they're like, we don't want
to
mom to.
when I
They go, nah, can I
Yeah.
read the book? They're so mean. They really are like that.
What is that?
Hey, being the man of the house, every noise we hear, I have to go check, guys.
Yesterday, was it yesterday? When
Yeah.
you said there was a noise outside. We were all sitting in the lounge and there was a noise outside. And then everyone looked at each other. And then I said to him, so you're not going to go check?
Everybody looked at me. First, everybody looked at each other. Then everybody turned to me. I was like, why's everybody looking at me? Oh, I'm supposed to go check. Guys, being the man of the house is wild.
It's crazy.
Everybody looked right at me. Okay, what's the next thing? Expectation when it came to parenting. I thought, I knew I wasn't gonna be an easy parent.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how strict I was gonna be. I didn't. I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. Now that I'm in it, I'm like, damn, I have some expectations, But at the same time, I feel like my expectations are normal. I think for me, it's a thing of, I thought my expectations were going to be lower.
Yeah.
But I'm like, these are my kids. I want the best for them. You're going to study for 2 hours every day on days where
You don't feel like
you don't feel like it. You're still going to study for an hour and a half. I'll make it fun. I'll give you some incentives. Maybe you get to game or you get to watch some Netflix or whatever it is. But still, I stick to it. I don't go, mtanam, it's fine. Do whatever you want. Nah, bro. You're gonna read every day for 1 hour. And while that doesn't sound necessarily all that strict, I know a lot of people would just say, just do what you want or do this or do that. But I don't play games. And I asked my daughter, do you think I'm strict? She said, you damn are. She said, yes, you're strict. But at the same time, even while she was saying it, it never felt negative in any way. She says she enjoys the way that things are. Because I always check in at the same time. And she says, no, she enjoys the way things go. She enjoys our parenting so far. Yeah. But at the same time, I think because they came from Umakulu, who's very... not that she's blasé, but she's very calm. It's her babies, it's her grandchildren. Yeah.
I also think I am.
You think you're strict. Babe?
I'm not too strict. I'm not too strict.
We are strict, babe.
We are strict.
We are.
But not like extremely strict.
Yeah, I don't think we're extremely strict, but I think compared to what we expected of ourselves,
Yes.
I think we thought we were going to be these cool
Chilled,
parents,
laid
chilled,
back.
laid back, and then they got here and we're like, nah, reading hour, let's go. Everybody sit down in the lounge. We're going to put on some nice music and we're going to read. Oh, what's this? Your room isn't clean? Please go do the...
Appropriate chores.
Yes, and things like that. Yes. I think we didn't think we were going to be those people. But then you realize that one, to build any kind of understanding about how the world works, any kind of resilience, any kind of like structure in your life, you need to stand on business. And I think that's our thing. We really stand on business, which surprised me because I don't be standing on business on myself. But all of a sudden, I know how to tell people how to get their lives together, and yet my life, is a mess sometimes. So, yo, please, hey. My groceries shocked me today, so I don't know how together my life is. But yeah, I think we're a little bit stricter than I expected of myself. Like I don't mess around, and I think it's also because I personally feel we give them everything they need.
Yes.
We give them everything they need, all the love they need, the understanding they need, and so it makes me feel like I'm okay standing on business. And also reading for an hour is going to help the way you think. And so I'm not going to let you not read for an hour, no matter how angry you look at me, no matter what voice you pull at me, it don't matter. Go do that
I
thing.
think the first two weeks when you introduced the reading system, Ulolo was crying.
She was, she was not too happy with it.
Yeah, and I think obviously we were sympathetic with the fact that she was crying, but she still had to do it. It was like, okay, you're crying, it's okay to cry, but you still need to
do it. At the end of the day. And now she just like reads and she enjoys it. So like things like that, I think also with us being the new parents, we wanted to give a bit more leeway, which I think we do in other places. But at the same time, we stand on business. Like when we think things need to be done, when the dishwasher needs to be emptied, we stand on business because you don't have to wash the dishes with your hands. What do you mean you don't want to take the dishes out of the dishwasher? Like we had to be there standing when we were kids, scrubbing dishes and all you have to do is put them in the dishwasher. And you're too busy watching
They don't even
Netflix.
put them in. I put them in.
They take them out.
Yes.
But you're too busy playing on your PlayStation 5 Pro or watching Netflix or Disney Plus or any other plethora of streaming sites that you have at your disposal on your 85-inch television. No, ma'am. But yeah, I think that's a big one. I think also at the same time, like I try to be careful. I want the kids to be grateful. We're kind of going off topic here, but I want the kids to be grateful. But at the same time, I try to be very careful on making them feel like we're doing them a favor, if that makes sense, by giving them the life that they have now. Because things are different now.
Very different.
They live a much more privileged life now. But at the same time, they're getting used to it. And so they're going to push the buttons a little bit as much as they can. Because it's fun, dude. Life just changed for them.
He was like, on his birthday, can you please get an iPad? I said, in what world does a 7-year-old
have an iPad?
Like, what?
Has he ever asked his grand for an iPad?
Imagine. I'm like, what? No.
But now he lives in Joburg and he needs an iPad and he wants a suit for his birthday and he wants all these things. We told Funa seven presents for his 7th birthday.
Ooh.
In my head, I'm like, how many presents did you get last year? Like, where is this coming from? But yeah, man, expectations versus reality, definitely different than what we expected. Yeah. But we're enjoying it. Anything else?
Enjoying it. I think also it's the adjustment. Like the kids, as much as like they come from a previously disadvantaged background, they are adjusting pretty well to like their school, their new school, their new environment, and kudos to them because I don't know how I would be.
I wouldn't, babe. Like, it's not. I know how I'd be adjusting. Yeah. I wouldn't be adjusting this easily. But I think they're also used to change. Like they've switched schools a few times, Ulolo at least.
Ulolo, 7.
So that's a resilient girl right there. And as much as they were like worried and scared, I think they've done
so well.
So well. So well.
Umahle, when he got here, we city 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Now, 1, 2, 3.
Umahle said his food was splendid the other day. I said, sorry, what did you say? He said it was splendid, Dad.
I'm like, what?
Who are you?
The things he says shock me sometimes.
all
and
the
I'm
time,
so
dude.
like, I'm like, wow, you guys have adjusted so well and you've made so much progress from when you were in PE.
And in a little time.
Like, I want to just say this. In PE, even though you're going to a school that is predominantly English speaking, endlini, you don't do that.
Kuthi just closer,
the whole time. And if you utter a word of English, they will judge you. They will say, oh, we are kumsha.
Yeah, we are kumsha. Tenu kumsha. They say it now in our comments whenever we post anything.
Yes.
They're like, kumsha, guys.
Yes. So, like, and you bright, kunjalo. And so when they got here, they just, Wesumahli did not, like, want to utter a word of English. Like,
he really didn't.
And he obviously hears what you're saying, but he will never reply in English.
Yeah,
like,
he really won't. He wouldn't. He would have such like a visceral reaction to him potentially even speaking English because he'd be scared. You'd look at him like, why don't you just speak as closer, dude? Like tenu kumsha. So now we can't get him to stop yapping in English.
Literally.
Everything.
And it's been 3 months.
That's my thing. Like the progress that he's made now, I expected it after a year. Fully, the progress where he is today, I expected it at least after a year. That's the kind of time frame that I was thinking in my head.
And the reading, oh my God, he's doing so well.
He's doing incredibly well. Like it makes me so happy. And I understand him too, because even with me, I went to a very white school, not even a little bit of a very English-speaking white school, and so. If uhlale eMitchells Plain or eKhayelitsha at the same time, esikolweni siyakhumsha, esikolweni. And then I go home in the evening, and then the guys are like, masiyodlala ibhola phandle, and you go outside, qala ukukhumsha, bathi,
why kumsha?
Sibu yintoni mfethu? Kumshela after school. And it's like, okay, I forgot, dude. Like, I forgot where I was. Sorry. So I get him. Luckily, I think for me at home, my mom was very much like me. She's like, it's closer. You speak isiZulu. Yeah. Don't speak it here at home. She was very much like I want you to speak English. I'm talking about the very early days, like grade 1, 2, 3. She was very strongly like, you can speak isiXhosa, it's not going to go away. Speak English so that you can learn another language. And then once I know you're proficient enough, then we can speak whatever language we want at home. And so that's kind of what we're pushing for Umasha. Also, we're pushing him to speak English because his Xhosa is amazing. It is untouchable, dude. He speaks better Xhosa than me. Like,
anyone in the house, bro.
His Xhosa is amazing. And so right now we're very much focused on him speaking English, and the progress is way more than I ever thought it would be, at least this year. So we're very proud of that. We're very proud of that.
And the report showed that as well.
Guys, my boy, my son.
Oh no, hundreds.
100%.
100%.
Oh, please, man. My boy is cooking. And why? Tippy and the cat. Tippy and the hen. The books. Even now I have a bookmark here because they're everywhere in this house. So
even though you did so well,
yes.
I'm so proud of them.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, they're going back to school tomorrow. So, yeah, dude, we're so proud of them and their report. Like, it's just the work that they've been doing. So expectations, I don't want to say they were low, but we had leeway.
Yes.
They didn't need any of the grace that we were willing to give them. None of it. Their report showed that they are pushing. Their teachers are happy with them. So we're very happy parents right now. Very, very happy parents. So I think the one overarching theme is like our parenting style in this whole thing. I think that's like the umbrella of all these expectations. And the first thing I remember when we went to... we did premarital therapy. The first thing that our therapist wanted to talk about when we said that we'd be bringing the kids up to live with us is our parenting styles. She was like, how have you guys been parenting so far? When you're around the kids together, is it a thing of Yolanda does all the work and then you kind of just sit back? Is it a 50-50? Is it like, what's the vibe? And then I remember when we thought about it, we were like, we kind of just figure it out together. I think you had said already that yes, you have parented your kids, but you'd be figuring it out just as much as I would be figuring it out. Because for the most part, you'd been the holiday mom, you know, when you're
the fun mom.
The fun mom. When the semester's over and you're done with varsity, then you can go see the kids, and then you'd be holiday mom until you have to go back to varsity. So that was the one thing that we were asked about straight away. They were like, your guys' parenting style is going to matter so much. And in that moment, we realized we don't really have a parenting style. We don't know what our parenting style is. But I think for the most part, we kind of agree with each other when it comes to things. We don't disagree a lot. I think the few times that we've disagreed on a parenting style, it's been like something so easily spoken about. Like, hey, that thing that you did, are you sure about doing it that way? And then you think to yourself, actually, maybe there was a better way for me to do A, B, and C. So yeah, I think our parenting styles are relatively similar.
They are very similar. Umahle no Lolo come from my mom, who used to spank them, for example, and my grandmother. And now they don't get any spankings because we had agreed, we don't hit children here. We just punish them. And so I think that is like one of the things that we agree on.
Yes.
Yeah, because
it really does. And a lot of people are going to look at this and say, I was spanked and there's nothing. Okay, man. Okay.
Go to therapy.
I don't even want to get into that discussion about the fact that you're not actually fine, but it's whatever. But for us, I think, that was one thing we agreed on fairly easily. I don't even think we really had that conversation. Yes. I think you understood it from my side and I understood it from your side. And it was just one of those things where we didn't feel the need to beat our kids so that they would listen to us more. So we're more of the grounding style, and it's working.
It is working.
So I think as much as we had agreed on that, because, we're in tune with what other parents be doing. And so we thought, you know what, maybe we're going to get this wrong. Maybe they're going to get here and we're going to be like, damn, I see why y'all be getting spanked nowadays.
But I do say every once in a while, the better.
I don't even think they hear it. I think you've said it too many times without doing anything that they're like, okay, whatever, man. But as soon as they hear the word grounding, their ears perk up and they go, damn, no Netflix, like no PlayStation, no. And then they focus up. Even a little thing like I this weekend they did something and I said your grounding is that you have to sleep an hour earlier. Bro, you could swear I just took the world away from them. Like that 8 o'clock to 9, not sleeping at 9, they have to sleep at 8. It's like I ruined their whole day. So at least that works for us. My expectation was that, maybe I'd be like, babe, remember that spanking chat we had? My hand is getting hot. My hand is getting hot. But man, at no point has that reality been different from what I expected. Like I not once have I felt
there
like even shaking them.
Yeah, it's like there is never like a want to hit them. Like I don't, because they're fairly good children.
They're fairly good children, and also they get sad enough without the spanking. Like I don't need a spanking to make them cry. All I need is to say, put away that PlayStation controller, and the tears they come, and then they listen. So. I think that's my sister. Lolo, please open. So there's that. What other expectation did we have? Speaking about our parents and the way they raised us, homework was a different thing. Yes. So what was it like for you during homework time?
For me, I was told whatever you learn at school today is obviously going to be your homework. And if you don't listen in class, you won't know how to do your homework, and I'm not going to help you.
Okay, so you don't know that Johnny has 5 apples.
No, like my mom.
So you used to go home and just figure out your homework by yourself every day.
Because I had to listen in class to know what my homework is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Lolo? Oh, she's outside. That's crazy.
It is, but it also helped a lot.
Yeah, you had to focus.
Yes,
you couldn't count on anyone else.
Yes, because if I don't know, then so I have to ask one of my friends in the morning, what was the homework again? And then they go back.
Yeah.
My mom said, I don't know. It was a homework. I was in grade 2 a long time ago.
That's crazy.
So.
Mine was obviously a bit different with my mom being an educator. So for her, homework was a thing of, I'll help you if I can. Like, obviously, if I can't, I can't. She would send me to different people's houses for different home. If she didn't know it, I had an Afrikaans guy opposite. I had a maths lady 2 houses down. So there was always that when it came to us. But at the same time, you know, Johnny had 5 apples. Come, just you can clearly see how easy this is, and in my head, like, it's not that easy. So, I think I definitely had the expectation, at least on myself, that I would do this differently. You know, the homework thing, I would do it differently. I would be more understanding and. It wouldn't be a Johnny has 5 apples. Like, how are you not understanding?
But sometimes it is very frustrating.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
When you were trying to teach Bohlale, funny and sunny.
Oaks. He's learned the word funny last week. Funny. The word this week is sunny. Sunny. He looks at this word. He says, this looks like the word funny. I'm like, oh, look at you. Okay, you're connecting. I love this. You saw sunny. You said, this looks familiar. I mean, this looks like funny. So what's the word? He goes, more. I say, okay, let's try this one more time. This word looks like, he said it looks like funny, bet. Okay, what's the first letter here? It's a S. Okay. So then if it looks like funny, but the first letter is different, it's sunny. What is this word? Family? But like, you just have to understand that brains aren't the same. Like they aren't, and you can't get frustrated, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably one of the hardest parts of parenting. Is you having a fully developed brain, trying to understand and put yourself in the shoes of somebody who doesn't have a fully developed brain, who's understanding and figuring it out. And the one thing I try to do is I try to keep a straight face at all times. If my face changes, maybe it's just an understanding smile, but otherwise I try to keep a straight face, because my feeling inside when Johnny has 5 apples. Yeah. So yeah, definitely the expectation was that I'm going to be this calm person. And I think for the most part I am. I think for the most part I'm actually a nice parent to do homework with. But on the inside, I'm fuming. I am absolutely fuming. I posted a video the other day of me reading with him. And there was this thing he just wasn't getting right, and we'd done it over and over again. And the thing is, I know he knows it. That's the thing. But in the moment, your dad is here right next to you, looking at the same word, the panic, the anxiety at the same time. Inside, I'm fuming because I'm like, I know you know this. We should be past this by now. But outside, oh, my boy, take your time.
You're doing so well.
You're doing so well. You're doing lovely, my son. Keep going. No, it's okay that you messed it up.
Try again.
Try it one more time. So that's a big part of parenting, is having a lot of patience. Yes. And I think for the most part we are understanding, but the reality is on the inside, I am no different from my mother. On the inside, I am no different from my Johnny has 5 apples mother. I still want to throw him across the room, hypothetically, when it's like...
I think you're better than me in that.
I am. I'm not even going to lie. Yolanda can't. The thing is, it's the gezicht. Is it gezicht face? I think it is.
Yes, it is.
She can't, guys. Me, I can keep a straight face. Sometimes we'll look at each other like this. She'll know that inside I'm dying. She can't hide it at all. She'll be like... that's the face you pull every time. And I'm like, babe. And she'll be like, what? And I'm like, and she goes, oh. It loosens up her face. Because, that's the thing. You have to be understanding of...
You have to be like, okay.
You know they know it.
You know it.
You know it.
Build a sentence.
Yes.
And then the sentence goes...
It doesn't correlate. I'll say, remember BODMAS, brackets of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Out of the window as soon as you started. But from the reports, like we said, it worked.
Ulolo did a
Good job. She got a B. She got 73 in maths. So that's I never touched a 73 in maths.
She did very well.
So she did very well. But yeah, I think the reality is homework is tough, guys.
Homework is tough, even for us adults.
Homework
it's
is
so
tough.
Like, it's...
What else? Something that I've noticed quite recently. Deep conversations. I'm a very emotional guy. I like getting into the heads of the people around me, talking to them. And so for my kids, it's no different. For my daughter, I can talk to her and ask her a question, and she'll kind of be able to respond to me with more than 2 words. When I ask my son the same thing, nothing.
Getting 2 words.
You're getting 2, maybe 1 words max, and then he will completely change the conversation. And I'm just like, I have to realize that he's got the brain of a 6-year-old. You can't ask him these deep questions. He doesn't understand how to answer. He doesn't know what's expected from him in an answer like that. And so I think overall it's just like, yes, I want to be this understanding parent who is deep within his kids, you know, but like there's only so much depth that the kids have to be there. So I think I definitely had to understand that there's not much conversation we're going to have, at least for the next 5 to 10 years. Then we can start having real conversations with each other. Have you noticed that?
They've forgotten, especially Umahle, like they've forgotten a lot of the stuff that we want to actually kind of talk about. Like if we want to talk about where they come from, for example, how things were versus how things are now. He's like,
what are you talking about? I've been living in Joburg my whole life. Like, no, dog. We're asking you about 6 months ago. How was your life back then, so that we can gauge where we are, what we're doing.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Like, what are you asking me, bro? I've been living with my 2 parents, my mom and my dad, in the north of Johannesburg. For the past, 6 years of my life, bro. This has been my life forever. So what are you asking me? And even for our daughter, it's almost the same thing. She remembers a little bit more, but to be honest with you, they are the expectation of that we can have those conversations with them to kind of gauge where we are, how different things are, how they feel. Doesn't matter. They have no clue.
They're just Joburg people.
They're Joburg kids through and through. They've completely...
Oh, sorry, that's my shoe.
Yo, that scared me. They've completely forgotten their lives. Okay, last thing I want to say, especially since it was school holidays now, the expectation that every weekend we're going to be doing these fun, cute family activities. We're going to go on picnics. We're going to go to Rosebank and go bowling. We're going to have so much fun.
What's that place that you like going to?
Which one?
With the
Ratanga, not Ratanga, Gold Reef. We're gonna go to Gold Reef. She can't stand it. We're gonna just do all these fun family activities. Instagram is gonna pop. We're gonna nothing. By the time weekend comes, we wanna sleep, dog.
We wanna be in bed.
We wanna dose the whole weekend. Please do your own thing on the weekend. Good. You want to play PlayStation? Let me download you a game. Go watch Netflix. Go play. There's a coloring book there. There's crayons. Go play outside, bro. I really thought we were going to be one of these modern families that just does... We all dress up when we go to a museum.
Matching outfits.
We go watch a game or I don't know what. Friday evening comes. We're together with this happy family. It's the weekend. Everybody's jovial. Saturday morning... Leave me alone, dog.
Please leave me alone.
Leave me.
There's bread.
There's
noodles.
Oh my goodness.
There's everything eggs. You want. There's eggs. We even have junk.
Guys, Nutella.
Go.
White yappy Nutella.
Crazy.
Please. There's the PlayStation. There's the Xbox. There's the PC. There's a chessboard. There's checkers. So that went out the window very quickly.
Yeah. I also feel a bit guilty though, because I saw a TikTok where they said you must try and do something your child wants to do every day, just to try and connect with them on an emotional level. And I do feel guilty sometimes when I just don't. I'm checked out, but it's like,
I think you struggle with that more
I
than me
do.
because I'm just an idiot. I'm a playful person.
yeah, I really do.
Where like, but you try. Sometimes I'll come here and you're playing Crazy 8 with them, Espacini. So I think we have our moments, but I think I'm fortunate enough that within my personality, I'm the type of person who I can play video games with them,
Yes.
and that makes it easier for me. So I think that's definitely something that's a little bit harder for you.
It
Then you just
really
have to
is.
kind of figure out
What I can do.
what
with
you
it.
can do to connect with them outside of that, because I have the reading, force them to read, they have to read, and then I have the
the
gaming also,
PlayStation.
so it
I
makes
just
it a little
have
bit easier. You have Crazy 8,
and Snakes and Ladders.
which is fun. At the end of the day, it's playing with them, because I think that's what, from all the TikToks I've been watching and all the reading I've been doing, like you said, we have to be at their level. Sometimes we have to do what's fun for them, not what's fun for us. So yeah, man, we had very different lives growing up with our parents. So I think that also plays a huge role in it. I was fortunate enough that my mom was a teacher, so weekends she wasn't working. Unlike your mom who's going to work every day.
Every day and night sometimes.
So my mom was able to, let's go, take us somewhere, not a Gold Reef, a Grand West, and then she'd watch us ice skating or try and get in the skating rink with us or whatever it is. So the playfulness, I think I definitely get from her, from remembering that she used to play with us also. But yeah, we're going to have to be those parents, eh? Especially now at such a young age. Because it's going to end very quickly. They're not going to want anything to do with us very soon.
13 is knocking.
It's knocking, bro. They're not going to want anything to do with us. So
I was saying to her today, it's almost 2 years now and didn't been at 13. Oh, that's nice. And then I was stuck.
Yeah. Which is so funny because she said the opposite to me. Do you know what I said? Shame, I shouldn't have said this, but I said it. We were talking about something, and I was like, yeah, when you're gonna get older, you're gonna pull the "you're not my dad." What? Why would I ever say that? She looked at me with disgust, bro. Like, how dare you think I would ever say that about you?
I don't think she'll ever.
No, I don't think she'd say that either. But it was funny to see how attached she is, that she thought I said the most egregious thing ever. Is that one day she'd be just mad and just blurt out, "You're not my dad." She said, don't you ever dare say that
again.
ever in front of me, in my face again. So, yeah, guys, parenting expectations versus the reality. Yes, things have been a bit different than we expected, but for the most part, I ain't gonna lie, it's been relatively smooth sailing, relatively, because these kids are wonderful. They are amazing children. But yeah, man, it has been relatively smooth sailing. I don't have anything to complain about whatsoever. Zero to complain about. And yes, I think there's a part of me that's like, it's only been a few months. There's still months and years to come. But I think then that will be different because a lot of it will come from us. We're talking about expectations because they had a completely different life.
Yes.
And now they have a different life. Anything that comes from next year, the year after, that's on us. Like, that's fully on us. So, yeah, man, reality has been good.
And overwhelming, positively overwhelming.
Yes, it has
But
been.
it has been overwhelming.
But we need to fix some stuff, babe. We need to take them out on the weekend. And not just to spur.
Because,
Yo.
and for me, Ted, I
No,
feel
Masi
like
Ted. We are bad parents. We are.
So Lolo started netball. We went and we watched her game, and I don't think they were playing very well. Of course, they are 11-year-olds. They're not supposed to. But I was like, when we get home, these holidays, we're playing netball.
Yeah.
Like, just to teach you a few things. So when we get back to school, like.
And we both said this. We said, we're going to practice with you. We're going to throw the ball around. We need you ready for next term. Has a single net ball been thrown? Have we stepped outside?
But it's been raining and so cold.
Absolutely not. Have we watched one YouTube tutorial on how to coach netball? Nothing. We've been sitting inside, reading, relaxing. So that's part of it also, is saying things and sticking to them.
Yes. Because I feel like she was so excited as well. And now that it didn't happen in school tomorrow, she's just like...
I have to go back to... Oh, okay, our camera just died, so I think that's kind of a sign that it wants us to shut up. Thank you very much for watching this video. Those were the expectations versus reality of parenting so far in the first 3-4 months of parenting. Like we said, we're absolutely loving it. We're happy to do it every single day. It is quite a challenge, but it's a challenge I think we were very ready for. So
Yes.
yeah, we practiced. Those holidays were good practice.
And I think the therapy helped a lot.
A lot. It really, like our therapist asked the right questions to get us thinking, because there were things we weren't even thinking about that she asked us, and we were like, damn, this is why you're a therapist. So, I think we were quite ready for it. Everything else is just one day at a time. Also, I think as much as we talk about giving our kids grace, I don't know if they do it intentionally, but I feel like they give us a lot of grace also. So, we're really appreciative
Lolo
for
will
them.
even say, being a parent.
Literally, she'll say that. She said that even when we were shopping. Being a parent, being a dad seems like work. I'm like, thanks, babe. Thank you. We really appreciate them, and it feels like they appreciate us. That is it for this video. We appreciate you. So thank you very much for watching this video. We'll see you very soon with another one.
We're going to start a podcast. We might as well.
Clearly at this point, we're just podcasters because we be yapping. But yeah, that's it from us. Thank you to Us. That is it from us. Thank you to the members for supporting the channel. That's what I was trying to say. We really, really appreciate you guys, and to everybody who's just watching our videos. We'll see you very soon with another one. We love you from the bottom of our hearts. Peace.